Good evening, and welcome back to another edition of Gary's Movie Emporium. Today is going to be the review for the movie Hunter X from Wild Eye Releasing, and I like to call Tuesday night here on the channel um, Vomit Tuesdays. And tonight's movie's no different. It's pretty violent. It probably really should have been a raw and extreme release, if anything. But here's a look at the cover, Hunter X. You're going to get that vibe of Kick Ass and Deadpool. And I did a little bit of research on this one heading into this. Uh, Deadpool actually came out in February, whereas this film came out in May in the city of where is it? Naples, Florida, and it. So Deadpool kind of predates this one by about a few months. Basically, it's about a mass vigilant character who is trying to bring justice to this area where he lives, and a lot of bad people are dying at his hands. But let's go into the synopsis. It's about a mass vigilante named X, of course. He must fight for his life against other killers when a mysterious cult discovers his true identity. It wants to bring him into their ranks and join them in a mass murder. So basically, this is saying that there's a cult in this as well that is kind of rivaling Hunter X, and I don't think they like that he's kind of taking justice into his own hands, and they pretty much follow him throughout and kind of like they kind of strap him down here and there. But it's from 2016. And like I said, it has very like a lot of references to other films, like Deadpool in a sense, because of the look. It has some ties a little bit to The Punisher, a little bit like Dexter Morgan, and one way back in the 80s, the Exterminator series, which I think had two films. Um, this is from writer and director Jared Brock. He did a fantastic job with this. Music was done by John Patrick Perez. Very Rob Zombie inspired with the themes and whatnot. And in this film, it cuts in and out like it's static, like it's kind of like a mood picture, kind of like when things are going on. The mood of the film kind of does this like static like thing going on throughout, and then it goes back to regular picture. I really like that style. Kind of felt grindhouse-ish a little bit. And the filming was done in Naples, Florida. It debuted in Naples, Florida, and was shot on location in Naples, Florida. There's currently a Facebook page dedicated to this very movie that is very much active as well. Is there anything else I could tell you about it? It's I guess it's classified more as a thriller than a horror film, because there's horror elements in it, but it's kind of more of your vintage 80s thriller kind of thing, just because there's really not a lot of jump scares, or and it's not played for scares. It's more like played for like real life scares. And that's pretty much this movie in a nutshell. Think Exterminator, think Deadpool, like I said, just because of the look, and a little bit of like Kick Ass. I don't know, just different movies. It kind of nods to each and every one of those in its own way. It currently is playing on Tubi and Prime, and obviously Tubi being free, that's your free option. Or if you're more, like more into the Amazon thing, it's available on there, I believe, for $3.99. So it's a pretty good bargain. But I'd like to thank Wild Eye Releasing, Jared Brock, John Patrick Perez for the music in this. And if I didn't mention who starred in this, Dan Kimball Jr., Marha Marie Morosky, Jackie DeGraff, Juan Colin, Fedor Steer, Jesse St. Louis, and Dave Rogers. And I want to get all of them actors in there because a lot of love went into the making of Hunter X. I honestly think this is probably one of the more violent ones I've watched in a review since I took the 10-month absence from the channel. But I highly recommend it. And it hinted at a sequel as well, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But I would like to see more of this character, especially this actor. He did a really fantastic job as Hunter X in this. I'd just like to see this as a future series, if you will. That's my review, and I hope everybody has a good night. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe on the channel. And I'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Good night.